Clap your hands one more time. That was Tony Lee, the song entitled Holy.
Guys, I love that song. I'm getting ready to give it to my praise team leader because, I mean, that's an amazing song. That's
It's a great song. I'm actually going to give it to my praise and worship team as well. So, Tony Lee, if you're listening, we're going to be rocking that.
We love this song, man. Good song.
So listen, strolling through Facebook, right now we're going to talk about some events. Key and I have some events that we've both been a part of in the past week that we want to share with you. But I want to quickly talk about Facebook posts that I saw in regards to a baptism water slide at Elevation Church. I don't know if you guys have seen the post that's been out there. I don't even remember the site, but it was in reference to the church having a water slide that went down into the baptism pool. And I read the article and it went on to talk about a few other things, but if you're familiar with the website, it's actually a parody website, but of course people read it and people reacted. So parody website meaning they take things and basically they joke about it. So, there was a lot of reaction from the article. I saw many people shared it. Many people commented. Some people felt like it was an abomination to the sanctity of baptism. Others thought otherwise. So, we just want to talk about that for a few minutes because I thought it was a very interesting topic and it made me really think about some things. One of the key comments that I can remember from it was, "This has gone too far. This is taking church and taking church and making it entertainment." Well, my comment to that was, isn't that what it is for most people anyway? When you go to church and you get, let's say, 30 minutes to an hour of the word and prayer combined, maybe 30 minutes of the word, maybe another 15 to 30 minutes of prayer, depending on what denomination you are, right? Mm-hmm. So, and then the rest is entertainment. So what do you think, Key? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, sometimes, and I'll say this, sometimes when things are put on social media,
you're not getting the full.
It's put in a way where we're just getting just that, and we don't know exactly what was taking place. Why was it up there? Why was it such and such? I think we see things at its moment, and we start commenting when we don't really understand totally the full effect of why was it there. So I think sometimes we comment too fast because we see too quickly. We preach, we judge, and we don't understand. A lot of things I don't agree with, but the thing is, I don't know exactly the reason for things being in place. Like, it was another video about, I think it was pastor in Atlanta. They were celebrating like a certain amount of years, I guess, being in ministry.
Yeah. And
they were playing like I guess like old school songs or whatever. And so people they had a clip of the videos of them playing old school songs and stuff in the sanctuary, and people were making their comments about things, but we didn't know exactly everything that was going on. And sometimes I think people's comments is not necessary because we don't really know exactly what is actually happening during that moment or why is it taking place. So I think sometimes we as Christians, or maybe it's a black culture that we just talk too much. I don't know. So it's like, sometimes
y'all talk too much.
Right, we put things on social media and then people just make comments on certain things and they don't understand what is taking place or why it's happening. So I think sometimes if we can just stay in our lane and stay at our church or stay, in our area, I think and stop wasting time commenting on things
that don't concern us.
Yeah.
That will not affect your life.
Right.
My thing was, and this is just because of the church that I grew up in, the neighborhood that I grew up in. I don't want to offend anybody, but if they're offended, then I'm sorry. But, okay, I got to make sure I say this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the things that you say, the comments that you make in reference to a situation, whether you have anything to do with the situation or not, can be the very reason that hinders another person from ever coming back to church. Ever. You might not see them at your church, but that means they're not ever going to church just because of the very one thing that you said, or the one look that you gave them, or the way you made them feel when they did come to church. Mm-hmm. So that's why you got to be so careful. Like, even the comments about people not agreeing with, there being a pool for baptisms. That could have been the Sunday that they had they had a record-breaking number of people getting baptized. Was it different? Yes, it's very different. It's very outside of the scope of things that we're used to in our tradition. But that's just it, tradition.
Yeah.
If they taught the scriptures, if they made people understood why they were getting baptized and what that getting baptized symbolized,
right,
and who it represented and who it made you in Christ, then I don't see anything wrong with it. Mm-hmm. But as long as the understanding was there for those that took part in the baptism, if that's what really went down, again, it was a parody site, it was just a picture. Mm-hmm. You make your own assumption.
We just don't know things, and sometimes I think we just talk too much. Like, we weren't there. We don't know what happened, why, how, what was the purpose. So I think just trying to take a picture and making a comment and making a whole, like I tell people, quit trying to make a story out of a piece of a story. Like, people get a little piece of a story and they try to make a whole story out of it. So, we don't know, and it could have been very well a celebration, a baptism day or something like that.
Right. And it could have been specifically for the youth.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know. I just think sometimes we just may need to just shh a little, and, I think we'll be better off.
That reminds me of a song that my kindergarten teacher used to sing to us. It was called Shh, Be Quiet, Shh, Be Quiet, and you should try it.
We didn't tell grown folks that.
Grown folks. Stop talking.
All
right, so again, I just wanted to bring that up because we're so judgmental. We all are. I'm sure there's something that I might see and I might cast some type of judgment on it.
But you know what? I didn't mean to cut you off, but we talk about the wrong things. Like, we're not. Why don't we have an argument or social media about these candidates that's about to be over our country, and
you so distracted.
What's happening out there? What's going on? Like, why are we having these type of conversations? But we worrying about what church is doing in their church, And so that's the issue.
It's the distraction.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Wake up, folks.
So it's just, it is what it is.
All right, but you know what? You know who sees? God sees. You know who knows? God knows. So we're going to go back to the song that we came in with, that we started our show with, entitled God Sees by Jerry Wayne, because we had a technical difficulty. What was it? A technical difficulty. Mm-hmm. There it is. Yeah. I have braces, guys. So, with these dental appliances, as they call them, sometimes words don't come out like you want them to.
Wow.
But God sees.
That's my papa says. Wow.
It doesn't matter what the world sees. It doesn't matter what people do to you. The only thing that matters is what God sees. When He looks at you, when He looks at us, it doesn't matter depressions, insecurities. Some people feel you're not worth it. Some people think you won't make it. They see dirt, but God sees a diamond. They see a mouse, but God sees a lion. If you wanna look at me, you better look through his eyes. Here's the real me. It doesn't matter what the world sees. It doesn't matter what people do to you. It won't work. The only thing that matters is what God sees. God sees when He looks at you. When He looks at you. It doesn't matter what people do to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only thing that matters is what God sees when He looks at you.
God promised me it will be alright.
The sun will shine in the morning light.
God promised me it will be alright in the morning.
Yeah! Come on, put your hands together. Come on, begin to dance and let me encourage your soul.